Meet Google's latest robot, who's been named Spot. It's been developed for the Pentagon that wanted a robot to detect and track, quote, non-cooperative behaviour in humans in pursuit or evasion scenarios. Spot is more agile than its predecessors and can run around at high speed both outside and indoors. It can also quickly recover from being kicked. Well, let's bring in technology and engineering expert Dr. Katina Michael for more on this one. So this is, hello to you, thank you for joining us on RT International. We really appreciate your time. So this is the latest robot. It's apparently autonomous and can detect non-cooperative subjects. How does it do that?
It's filled and packed with a whole bunch of sensors, actuators, and an ability to move very quickly. How does it do that in actual fact? Well, it looks at voice information, biometric information, visualization data, and matches that with a database. For example, the disposition matrix, potentially in the future, looking at how to create crime lists or kill lists, for that matter.
Well, it could be used in battle, I suppose. But what about when it comes to maybe controlling protesters? Could that work?
It could certainly work, but whether we want to go that way is another story. We're moving towards an evidence-based policing approach where we want to collect as much data as we can for crowd control purposes, and really it's about surveillance and identifying people in crowds using biometric technologies. So do we really want that kind of crowd control? I don't think so. I think it's a massive violation of human rights, human dignity, and of course privacy, not to mention many more things.
Well, not to mention the danger. I mean, presumably that could be extremely dangerous to go after protesters.
These things can make mistakes. I've reported very often.
We seem to have lost connection with Katina just there. Katina, we have a bad line, so we're going to leave it there, but thank you so much indeed for that. Technology and engineering expert, Dr. Katina Michael. Do we have connection?
Hello?
Katina, we're just trying to get the connection back for you. Bear with us for just 1 second. Indeed we do. Excellent. Modern day technology. Ironic that we're talking about this in particular. So let's get back to that and how they could be used pragmatically then. So how could they be used, and what scenarios would they be used in, and what kind of reaction do you think that they would have in reality?
I think potentially we're looking at law enforcement agencies using these technologies, these machines, these autonomous robots for crowd control and many other purposes. But there are many unintended consequences of doing so. Machines are not people, and they do make mistakes. After all, they are programmed by humans.
Absolutely. I always remember the horrors of RoboCop. I think it was RoboCop 2. I always remember that, hideous. Now, how far is it that they will be armed?
Well, we already have militarized versions of Boston Dynamics' Big Dog. It's called the LS3. The LS3 stands for the Legged Squad Support System. And these things have payloads up to 180 kilograms. They can't be tricked. They have a location gate, a bit like an animal. And so they're already militarized. My concern is when we demilitarize them, or we commercially introduce them into different sectors, like policing, and even other things like security systems for security in car parks. It's a bit like introducing the Dalek. We've got Nightscope's autonomous data collection system that looks exactly like a Dalek, and now Petman, which looks exactly like a Cyberman from Doctor Who. So you're quite right, science fiction is actually coming alive.
Absolutely. It does sound a bit like a Hollywood movie in a way, but it's reality. It's scary. All right. Thank you so much indeed. Technology and engineering expert, Dr. Katina Michael. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.